welcome to my channel. My name is Meme, also known as Memsnaij. If you are new here, if you've never seen this face before, if you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, if this is your first time watching the video, subscribe. If you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Subscribe. How else can we build when we're not subscribing, yeah? Okie dokes. Today's video I'm going to be telling you how to start out on YouTube, or just how to put yourself out there basically. A lot of times people ask me, oh, how do you do it? How are you just bold in front of the camera? How do you just put yourself out there? And I think that these tips would help you, or it would just give you something to think about, you know, as you are thinking about beginning your channel or beginning to put yourself out there more often. I think the first tip for me, the first thing was to identify why I'm doing it in the first. Identify your why. You know, why do you want to do it? Why do you want to put yourself out there? Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Me, my why has evolved over the years. When I started my YouTube channel, I started because there was nobody with my texture. Actually, there were very few people. I could count them on my fingers. The number of people with my hair texture on YouTube, even fewer that lived in Nigeria. So I decided to start. Obviously over the years I've moved out of Nigeria. I no longer live in Nigeria, so my why changed from being a natural hair channel to being I am a teacher, why not share that journey on here as well. It changed again to sharing experiences, the lessons that I'm learning, and just talking, you know, about them with you guys. So my why has been changing, but basically my platform is a video diary for me, and that's what it's become. Also, before I started, watching people was inspiring to me. I found it very inspiring watching other people's journey, watching other people's stories. I know that when I watched somebody and felt inspired by them, it gave me that hope. I would love for people to watch me and leave feeling like they learned something, they were inspired, and they feel happy. So that's my why. And if in doing all of this we can make some money on the side, why not? If not, if you're doing what you love and making money by doing what you love, please, it's a win-win. So that's my why. What's your own why? Now, the second tip for me, which I think is something that really holds people back, is just to be less critical of yourself and others. I honestly, from just speaking to people and interacting with people, I've realized, and I might be wrong, but I feel like it's people who are very critical of other people that are more critical of themselves and less likely to put themselves out there. Does that make sense? So I've noticed that people who, when they watch people's videos, they say things like, oh, why is she doing that with her fingers? Or why is she flicking her hair like that? Or why is she this, why is she that, why is she that? When you watch other people's videos and comment on every single thing that they do that you find unnatural or whatever, or annoying or whatever, when you watch people's videos and you feel that when it comes to your own video, the same criticism that you use to criticize other people, you criticize yourself. So you make a video and you watch it back and you don't like the way you're flicking your hair, you don't like the way you're looking, and so you never put the video out there, because the same criticism in which you criticize others, you criticize yourself as well. And because you don't want that criticism coming back to you, you are less likely to publish anything like that out for the world to see. Now, that's my opinion from like the few people that I've talked to. You know, I find that that's a problem. So my advice would be to be less critical about other people. Maybe that way it would help you to be less critical about yourself. And the last reason people are not putting themselves out there, another thing that makes it so difficult for people to start YouTube, I think, is because they want to have everything. Like, you want to have the camera, the lighting, the this, the that before you start. And that is quite an expensive venture, especially for something that does not yield returns. I don't know, some people feel like as soon as they get the camera, as soon as they get it, as soon as they put themselves out there, they will make money. And I feel like that's what makes some people very desperate to blow, desperate to grow, desperate to start making money, because they've invested so much money in this thing. Like, some people have put everything in YouTube and it's like, this is my life, I have to make it. So they do unconventional things, like they do things that they wouldn't normally do. They go out of the norm. They listen and do they listen and live by every rule for growth that exists, just so that they can grow and get the millions and start making money on the platform because they've spent a lot of money, you know. But then, that being said, this is not my livelihood. I have a full-time job and I do this on the side. There are people that this is their livelihood, like this is how they live, this is their food, this is their bread and butter. So I can't compare myself to those kind of people, you know. Those kind of people obviously have to do everything that they can to make the money, but thankfully I don't. So this is my advice for anybody that's like me. You want to put yourself out there, not as a full-time thing just yet, but like as a hobby, as something that you do on the side. You know, if you want to put yourself out there, I would say, first off, identify your why. Second off, don't be critical of other people and yourself. And third off, just start with what you have. Make your first video, put on your camera, talk to your camera, say whatever comes to your heart, and just, you know, publish it. You never know. And the fear that you feel publishing your first video, you'll probably feel that same fear posting your second video and your third video until it becomes normal. Even me, sometimes till now, if I say something that I feel, ooh, this might be a bit controversial, I rarely talk about controversial stuff, but if I say something and I feel like, oh, I hope this doesn't push anybody's buttons, sometimes I am fearful, and sometimes I edit some bits out in my videos, you know. But I find that as I grow on this platform, as I've, you know, journeyed through YouTube, I'm less concerned these days. Like, I just click the camera. I do have a plan, but I'm not as structured and as rigid as I used to be. But yeah, with that less pressure, I just decided to come on here and share some tips that, you know, I found was what helped me to start on social media, what helps me to have a social media presence. Somebody also asked me, how do you stay consistent? How do you find the time? And honestly, I think you just make the time. If it's important to you, just find a way to make the time. And once you've entered it into your schedule, it just goes, you know, it just happens. But one thing I will tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you, something will suffer. When you decide to take something seriously, something always suffers. Either is your house will not be as clean as you want it to be, or you won't spend as much time. Something will suffer the period that you're using to edit your videos or create content or any of that. I don't communicate as much with my friends as I would like to because I'm focusing on creating my schedule. So something will suffer. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Until my next video, don't forget to spread love, spread positivity, and live to inspire. I will see you in the next one.